So I had a new client today, and he came to me with pain in his bicep tendonitis. So he was having pain right down here in the connective area of that bicep. And as I always do, we start asking questions, trying to figure out, okay, well, how did we get here? It wasn't like in a car wreck or something like that. That would be pretty obvious. Okay, that's why he's in pain. So for me, I feel like it's good to get to the bottom of, well, what's creating this pain. Otherwise, we can do all kinds of things in rehab sense to help get you out of pain. But if we're not finding the source, then we're just kind of chasing our tail here. So after several questions trying to figure it out, he all of a sudden kind of dinged in his head when I asked him about his cell phone. Well, does he use his cell phone a lot? Is he always on it? Is he holding it? Does he use a headset, or does he hold it? And he realized, no, I'm holding it all the time. With work, I'm constantly on it. And he goes, come to think about it, that's when it hurts the most. It's when I'm holding my phone. He picks it up. He's like, yeah, this is what hurts me. Because it wasn't really hurting him when he played tennis or anything like that, which was kind of odd, but it was really hurting him when he held his phone for long periods of time, which he did daily with his work. And, this brings up a thing, because our muscles, they like to move. They like to move. They don't necessarily like to be held in a contracted state for long periods of time. And that's the thing that ends up creating the pain. It's that repetitive stress, that daily activity, especially when it's held muscular contraction, that then starts to create the pain in our body. So obviously, first thing we did was, all right, you got to change this up. And I have another video that's going to be coming out on just how to hold your phone to prevent pain. So I had him pull his phone up here so it's not down low where the muscle of the bicep has to work a lot to hold the phone. Obviously, we wanted to change it up where he's using his headset more when he's on the phone. And then there were some activities. We start doing bicep curls, low weight, nothing big, but low weight bicep curls. So he starts moving that muscle through the range of motion. And to counter muscle balance, which is just to balance the musculature of that elbow where he's having the pain, we did tricep work too. So we balance out that joint. And, if he does that work, I also have him getting a wristband, old school sweatband, and just putting it right over the arm so he can help because if we can keep that muscle warm, then it will relax more and it won't keep pulling on the ligamental attachments, creating these little micro tears, which is creating his pain. And that looseness, also bringing blood flow into the area so it can help heal the area, is very beneficial, especially since ligaments and tendons don't tend to get great blood flow. So with those patterns, I'm hoping I'll just hear from him in a couple days or a couple weeks and all is good. But he needs to change that initial pattern of the way and how often he is holding his phone. Then with the exercise, all will be good. So just a little note on, how amazing the smallest things. And I ask you to be a detective. If you have a pain, start looking at, well, when is that pain happening? When do I feel it most? What activity am I doing on a daily basis, or maybe every other day even, that is a repetitive stress to my body that could be creating my pain? If you can find that answer, you will probably be finding the source of your pain, and that is the first step in relieving it.